Selanjutnya participant number 11, peserta nomor urut 11.
Good morning, everyone. Honorable judges, respected teachers, and all of the audiences. Today, I will tell you a famous legend from West Sumatra, Indonesia, with a new meaning for us today. The story is called Malin Kundang, a lesson of respect. Imagine this, a poor boy who dreams to be successful. Would you forget your parents when you become rich? Let me share the story of Malin Kundang. Once upon a time, in a small fishing village, lived a boy named Malin Kundang. He was poor, but smart and hardworking. He lived only with his mother, who loved him very much. Every day, his mother reminded him, "My son, wherever you go, never forget to respect your family." Malin always replied, "Yes, mother, I will make you proud." One day, a big ship arrived at the harbor. Malin joined the crew to sail across the ocean. His mother cried, "Go, my son, but remember me." Malin hugged her and left it up in his heart. Years passed, Malin became rich and married a noble woman. He forgot his village and his mother. One day, his ship stopped near his hometown. The villagers shouted, "Malin has returned! Malin is back!" His mother ran to the harbor, crying with joy. "My son, Malin, you are home." But Malin was ashamed of his poor mother. His wife asked, "Who is this old woman?" Malin answered coldly, "She is nobody. She is not my mother." The villagers were shocked. His mother's heart broke. She cried to the sky, "Oh God, forgive my son, but let him learn his lesson." Suddenly, the sky turned dark. Thunder roared. Lightning struck. With a shame, Malin big ship. Malin screamed, "Mother, forgive me, please." But it was too late. Malin turned into a stone. Years later, the stone cracked, and Malin's soul appeared. He cried, "Mother, forgive me. I have learned that respect for parents is the greatest treasure." The villagers built a monument from the stone to remind everyone. Respect your parents is the greatest treasure. Are you mine and up like Malin? My friends, the story is not just about a course. It teaches us to love. These are not only local values, but also national and global values. So remember the simple rule: treat others the way you want to be treated, with respect and good character. We will be strong, just like our culture. Thank you for listening. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
4 menit 11,97. 4 menit 11,97. Participant number 12. Ya. Peserta nomor urut 12.
Cek.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dear judges, ladies and gentlemen, and fellow storytellers, my name is Konita Munasyahidah. Let me take you into a story you might think you know. It's about an ant and a grasshopper. Yes, that old fable. But today, we're not in a field or forest, but we are in the digital jungle of 21st century, full of smartphones, social media, and viral videos. So, sit back, scroll away your worries, and let's swipe into the story. Once upon a digital time, in a quiet little town, there lived two very different students, Andy the ant and Gary the grasshopper. Andy was a quiet, focused boy. His routine was simple: go to school, finish homework, and help his parents. Every day, spend an hour learning new skills online. He wasn't very popular, but he was consistent. He watched tutorials, learned coding, and even edited videos for his small YouTube channel. Gary, on the other hand, was a superstar. He had 10,000 followers on TikTok, a perfect hair flip, and could dance like nobody else. He spent his days making funny videos, going viral, and replying to 100 comments of like, "Slay King," and "Gary, teach me your moves." Why are you always studying, Andy? Relax. Life's about what's trending now. Gary laughed one day. Andy smiled. Well, trends change, but skills last. But Gary didn't listen. Why should he? His videos were getting thousands of views, and companies were even sending him free snacks to promote. Weeks turned into months, and he quietly kept learning graphic design, digital marketing, even basic AI skills. Meanwhile, Gary was riding the algorithm wave. Until one day, the app changed its rules. Suddenly, views dropped, sponsorships stopped. The new trending content was educational. Gary panicked. What do I do now? I don't even know how to make a thumbnail. He went to Andy and asked for help. Andy welcomed him kindly. You can start learning now. I'll help you, but it takes time. And that's what Gary did. It wasn't easy, but with Andy's help, he began developing real skills. Slowly, he transformed from a content consumer to a content creator with a purpose. And now, they even started a channel together, combining Gary's creative energy and Andy's technical know-how. This time, the followers came not just for laughs, but for learning. And so, my friends, in this world of likes, views, and trends, the ant and the grasshopper taught us something new. First, it's fun to enjoy the moment, but let's not forget to prepare, to learn, and to grow. Because when the world changes, it's not your followers that save you, but it's your skills. Second, It's never too late to start again. After all, in this digital era, learning is just a click away. I guess this will be the end of my story. Thank you very much for listening. See you next time. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
4 menit 42,91. 4 menit 42,91. Participant number 13.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everybody, my name is Fabian Raditya Nugroho, and today I would like to tell you a story about the legend of Rawapening. Once upon a time, there was a little poor boy who came into a little village. He was very hungry and weak. He knocked at every door and asked for some food, but nobody cared about him. Nobody wanted to help the little boy. Finally, a generous old woman helped him. She gave him a shelter and a meal. When the little boy wanted to leave, this old woman gave him a lasung, a big wooden mortar for pounding rice. She reminded him, "Please remember, if there's a flood, you must save yourself. Use this lasung as a boat." The little boy was happy and thanked the old woman. He continued his journey. While he was passing through the village, he saw many people gathering on the field. The little boy came closer and saw a stick stuck in the ground. People challenged each other to pull out that stick. Everybody tried, but nobody succeeded. "Can I try?" asked the little boy. The crowd laughed mockingly. The little boy wanted to try his luck, so he stepped forward and picked up the stick. He could do it very easily. Everybody was dumbfounded. Suddenly, from the hole left by the stick, water sputtered out. It did not stop until it flooded the village, and no one was safe from the water, except the little boy and the generous old woman who gave him a shelter and a meal. As she told him, he used the lasung as a boat and picked it up the old woman. The village became a huge lake. It is now known as Rawapening Lake in Salatiga, Central Java, Indonesia. That's all the story about the legend of Rawapening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
2 menit 6,64. 2 menit 6,64. Participant number 14.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning everyone, my name is Triple A, Aida Adara Amdiani. How are you today? I hope you're all happy, healthy, and ready for a story. Have you ever heard of Lake Toba in North Sumatra? It's one of the largest volcanic lakes in the world, and right in the middle was an island, Samosir Island. But do you know the legend of how it was formed? Let's travel back in time. Long ago, in a peaceful village in Sumatra, lived a farmer named Toba. He lived alone in the small hut near the forest, working hard every day in his rice field. One sunny morning, he went fishing in the nearby river. After hours of waiting, he caught something extraordinary, a giant fish, almost the size of a person. Excited, he brought it home and planning to cook it for dinner. When he returned from bathing, he was shocked to see a beautiful young woman standing in his house. She smiled and sighed. "Please, don't be alarmed. I am the fish you caught. Your kindness freed me and my scales turned into gold coins." Indeed, the fish was gone. By several shining coins, over time, Toba and the woman grew close and eventually married under one condition. Toba must never tell anyone about her past as a fish. He promised. They were later blessed with a son named Samosir. But unlike his hard-working father, Samosir was lazy, sleeping late and avoiding chores. This often made Toba frustrated. One day, while Toba working under the hot sun, his wife told Samosir, "Bring your father his lunch. He must be tired and hungry." Samosir groaned, "But I am tired too." "Go," she insisted. "Don't let him wait." Samosir reluctantly left, but halfway there, Samosir ate the lunch himself. They finally arrived empty-handed. Toba was furious. "You lazy boy, you are son of a fish!" For a moment, the word Toba froze. He had broken his promise. Samosir, shocked and hurt, ran home to tell his mother. Her face turned pale. "Toba, you broke your word. I cannot stay with you any longer." "Now the consequence will come. Samosir, climb the tallest tree you can find." "Why, Mom?" she asked, confused. "Go, Samosir, go." Suddenly, dark clouds gathered. Rain poured heavily, and the river overflowed. For days, the water rose higher and higher, flooding the valley. Toba's home and field disappeared under the waves. When rain stopped, a massive lake had formed. In the middle was an island, Samosir Island, where the boy had climbed to safety. Toba's wife vanished, never to be seen again. In the memory of the man, was broken promise changed everything. And that is how Lake Toba and Samosir Island came to be. So, what can we learn from this? First, never break a promise, because sometimes the consequences are bigger. And second, be grateful and responsible for the tasks we are given. Thank you for listening to my story today. I hope you enjoy, and maybe one day you can visit Lake Toba yourself and remember this legend. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
5 menit 01,23. 5 menit 01,23. Participant number 15. Ya. Kami undang nomor 16 sampai 20 untuk dapat duduk di kursi paling depan di baris pertama.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The honorable judges, respected audiences, and everyone here, good morning. How are you today? Okay, I am Nadine standing here. Today, I want to tell you a story about the crying stone. So, listen to me now. Once upon a time, in a small village in Borneo Island, there lived a mother and her daughter. The daughter was popular among villagers because of her beautiful face. Her name is Darmi. But she has bad behavior. She always spent her time in the front of the mirror, admiring her beautiful face. She never helped her mother to fulfill their daily needs. The daughter always made her mother sad. However, her mother still loved her very much. One day, the girl asked her mother to buy a new gown because she wants to go to the club tomorrow. But the mother refused it because she had no money. It made her get angrier. Because her mother loved her daughter so much, she finally bought her a new gown. Both went to the market. But the daughter asked her mother to walk behind her because she was embarrassed if people saw them together. Once again, because of her love, the mother obeyed the daughter's request. Along the way home, the daughter still walked in front of her mother. People passing asked about the woman behind her. But the daughter answered that she was not her mother, but her servant. The mother kept silent. Inside her deep heart, she prayed to God to punish her daughter. Suddenly, the sky became cloudy and dark. It started to rain and the lightning started to strike. Slowly, her daughter's leg turned into a stone. Darmi was panicked. The daughter realized that it was because she had hurt her mother's feeling. She begged her mother to forgive, but it was too late. Finally, her body also turned into a stone. Though the daughter had become a stone, the tears were still seen. Which was why the stone was called Batu Menangis. Ladies and gentlemen, the moral value that we can take from the story is never hurt your parents' feeling. I think that's all from me. And thank you very much for attention, guys. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
5 menit 06.88, 5 menit 06.88. Participant number 16. Participant number 16.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning to the honorable judge guests, respect teacher, and all my dear friends. Today, I will you a timeless story from the great epic of Ramayana. Once upon a time, in the magnificent kingdom of Ayodhya. Once upon a time, in the magnificent kingdom in Ayodhya. This is for me. Thank you. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Tiga menit 25,58, 3 menit 25,58. Participant number 17.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, all the judges, teachers, and all my friends. I would like to introduce myself. My name is Kanaya Ersalita Mulya. You can call me Kanaya. Audience, on this bright morning, I would tell about the legend of Malin Kundang. Long time ago, in a small village near the beach in West Sumatra, lived a woman and her son. They were Malin Kundang and his mother. Malin's mother was a single parent because Malin's father that had passed away since Malin was a kid. Malin had to live hard with his mother, and one day, Malin asked his mother to allow him to get a job in a big city. Malin said, "Mom, I want to go to a big city to get a better job, so that we will have a better life. Please allow me, Mom." His mother answered sadly, "Please, don't leave me alone, son. You are my only son. I really love you." Finally, with a heart willing, her mother said, "All right, son. I allow you to go, but you must keep your promise to go back home." Malin answered happily, "All right, Mom. I will be back and make you happy Sunday." In the early morning, Malin went to big city by a ship. After years, Malin became a rich merchant and had a beautiful wife, but he forgot his promise to his mother. One morning, Malin's wife asked him to go for vacation. So Malin prepared his big luxury ship and everything to sail. However, a big storm hit their ship. Therefore, the ship had to port to the closest island. You know, audience, it was the island where Malin was born. Many people came to see a big luxury ship and gliding Malin's mother. They saw Malin in that ship. They shouted, "Malin's come! Malin's come!" Malin's mother had that. She was sad but happy. She ran to meet Malin. She cried, "Is that you, Malin? Is that you, my beloved son? Thanks God you go home, Malin. I'm your mother. Do you remember me?" But Malin's wife was so and said, "Son?" She said, "That you her son? Is that true, Malin?" Malin answered firmly, "Mother? Oh, no, no, my dear. I don't know these little women." Audience, Malin's mother begged sadly, "Malin, my son, don't you remember your promise? Where are you, so girl? I'm your mother." Malin answered loudly, "No, you're not my mother. My mother was dead." Malin's mother was really hurt. She got off the ship while crying and knelt on the ground. "Oh my God, you know what happened to me? Please, you want to do, my God." Audience, do you know what happened next? Suddenly, the wind blew hard. The sky was getting dark and the storm destroyed Malin's ship. Malin cried loudly, "Mother, mother, please help me. Forgive me, please, mother." But it was too late. She had crushed him in the stone. Now you can see the stone in Air Manis Beach, Padang, West Sumatra. Well, happy audience. Do you know what we can learn from the story? First, never give up to get a success. Second, always keep the promise to everyone. And the last, don't forget to love and respect your parents, especially your mother. Make them happy and never hurt her. Okay, everybody, thank you for your attention and see you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. 5 menit 10,21, 5 menit 10,21. Participant number 18.
My name is Lazo, and I have a job to watch the sheep, guide them, and feed them. But let me tell you something. It is boring. Okay, let's count the sheep. One little sheep, two little sheep, 5 little sheep, 10 little sheep. Where's the last one? And 20 little sheep. Okay, complete. One sunny morning, the sun rises brightly and Lazo has to start his day. He got ready to do his job. He opened the sheep cote and took them to the hill to let them in there. Lazo sat on a rock all day. He stared at the sheep. They stared back. No drama, no excitement, just endless chewing. While at another side, it's so boring. Na 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 na, na 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 na. I need a spice in my life. What if I made a tiny panic just to shake things up a bit? Help! Help! There is a wolf around me. Help! Within minutes, the villagers came running up to the hill with pitchforks, pots, and one even brought a soup ladle. Gotcha! I got you into my trap! The crowd grumbled and stormed back down. Lazo chuckled all the way. A few days later, Lazo started to be bored again. So he decided to use the help trick once again. The villagers got very angry and warned the boy not to cry wolf. They thought the naughty Lazo can't be trusted anymore. Then the unlucky day came. Out of shadows of the forest crept a real wolf. Eyes glowing, teeth gleaming, it watched from afar. Lazo was lying under the tree while watching his sheep. Sleepily, he didn't realize, growling, a big furry wolf closer and closer to the ships. In that quiet moment, he heard a strange breath of an animal. When he turned around, he looked the wolf already so close to the ships. He stood up in a panic and a howl, yes, a howl from the villagers. So he shouted, "Help! Help! There is a real wolf here! Anybody, please help!" But this time, nobody showed up. The villagers
and later learn something. Don't play with honesty because trust is easy to lose and hard to regain. I'm Hilya Muzaina. Bye-bye.
Lima menit 45,92. 5 menit 45,92. Participant number 19.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, honorable judges, honorable protocols, honorable teachers, and all audiences. My name is Corinne Agatha, and today I'd like to tell you a story about Rapunzel. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into the magical world of storytelling. Once upon a time, in a faraway land, a man and his wife longed for a child. One day, the wife saw a beautiful garden full of rampions through the window of a tower. It belonged to a wicked witch. The wife craved the plant so much that the husband sneaked into the garden to get some. But the witch caught him and was furious.
Ah, human! How dare you sneak into my garden and steal those rampions like a thief? And no one has ever dared to do that,
said the witch angrily. The husband Turvet started asking for forgiveness from the witch.
Well, in that case, I'll let you and your wife have all the rampions in my garden, but on one condition,
said the witch. What condition? Exclaimed the couple.
You have to give me the child that your wife delivers,
said the witch and laughed. A few months later, the couple gave birth to a beautiful little girl with golden hair. The same night, the witch came to the place and took away their daughter.
Oh my, you are so beautiful.
Let me name your
Rapunzel.
She locked Rapunzel in a tall tower with no door, only a window high above the ground. After a few years, Rapunzel grew up into a beautiful young girl with blondie long hair. As Rapunzel grew, as her golden hair grew very long, and every day the witch will come and call,
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, lay down your hair.
Rapunzel will let down her hair fall, and the witch will climb up. One day, a prince heard Rapunzel singing from the tower. All those days, watching from the windows, all those years outside looking in, all that time, never even knowing just how blind I've been. What a beautiful voice! Exclaimed the prince. Curiously, he followed the voice and came across the tower in which Rapunzel was locked. He returned the next day and saw the witch call to her. After she left, the prince did the same. Rapunzel, Rapunzel, lay on your hair. Rapunzel laid on her hair, and the prince climbed up. They met and fell in love, and the prince promised to rescue her. But the witch found out.
You are ungrateful. How could you even think of betraying me?
Said the witch to Rapunzel angrily. And in anger, she cut off Rapunzel's hair and sent her far away into the wilderness. When the prince came again, she tricked him with the cut hair. When he reached the top, she pushed him and fell into thorns, which blinded him. For months, the blind prince wandered, killing out Rapunzel. At last, he heard Rapunzel's voice. He slowly approached the voice, and Rapunzel ran to him. She hugged the prince in happiness and said, "Oh, my prince, you finally found me. This is truly magical. I'm so happy." Magically, Rapunzel's tears of joy filled the prince's eyes. "Oh, my Rapunzel, let's go back to our kingdom," said the prince. They returned to his kingdom, were married, and lived happily ever after. Ladies and gentlemen, and that's all of my story. I hope you enjoyed and learned something from it. Thank you for listening and have a nice day. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam. 5 menit 39,28. 5 menit 39,28. Ya. Participant number 20. Kami undang nomor urut 21 sampai dengan 30 untuk dapat mempersiapkan diri.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, good morning all. Your Excellencies, the committee, the honorable of juries, the honorable of teachers, dear my friends who participate in the storytelling contest. Before beginning my story, I want to ask you something. Do you live in Sukoharjo? One of the areas in Sukoharjo is Mayang. It is located in Kecamatan Gata. Have you gone there? My story is about two places in Sukoharjo called Mayang and Pabelan. But the story is not about the place. It is about people. So, it is a romantic story between two people. Have you ever heard or read the story? Never? Oh, poor you. Okay, let me tell you this amazing story. This romantic love story was taking place during the reign of the Pajang Sultanate. At that time, Pajang was governed by a region named Tumenggung Mayang. Listen to me, please. Long time ago, Tumenggung Mayang had a son who was handsome but stubborn. He had an unusual habit that was teasing married women. This young man was known as Raden Pabelan. At that time, his physical appearance succeeded to fascinate many girls of Pajang. Many people said that he was almost the same as Lee Min Ho. That's me. Raden Pabelan's behavior made this world dizzy. It was because this boy didn't want to get married and just liked to have fun. He likes clubbing from cafe to cafe and coming home early in the morning. All the time, he didn't want to work. Instead, he only played FF and ML game in his phone. Well, friend, is there anyone here who likes playing FF and ML? Let's stop it. We'd better do something useful. Back to the story. Tumenggung Mayang then thought to himself, oh, Raden Babelan could change his character. Finally, Tumenggung Mayang called Raden Babelan. You are an adult. It is time for you to get serious and married. My son, you are very handsome. What if you approach to Putri Kedaton, the daughter of Sultan Pajang? She is a good woman and can be a good wife and mother to your children. Said Tumenggung Mayang to his son. Tumenggung Mayang's words were considered as a challenge from Raden Babelan. He was actually challenged to be able to prove his father. Long story short, Raden Babelan finally met Putri Kedaton. He did not forget to bring the flowers, and he began to tease her. The other nanny was suspicious and tried to pick at them. Presently, the handsome Raden Babelan was teasing the princess. Hi, beautiful princess. Let me introduce myself. My name is Raden Babelan. You must be Princess Kedaton, right? Yes, Raden. What can I help you? I'll imagine and fall in love, and up under moonlight skies with you. I think I'll picture is you with the wave, the shiniest colors on your face. I left my heart with your air, so let me fly with you. Will you be forever with me? Saying that, the other nanny reported this to Sultan because they thought Raden Babelan had done something impolite to the princess. The Sultan was very furious and ordered the Pajang's Panglima to go along with several soldiers to surround Raden Babelan, who was in Princess Kedaton's room. It turned out that he had succeeded in seducing her. What happened next, friends? Can you guess it? As soon as he came out, Raden Babelan was immediately arrested. There was a war between Raden Babelan and the warriors. But because he was alone, he could be taken down. This handsome man was slaughtered by warriors. The soldier drew a sword and immediately killed Prince Babelan. Then his body was dumped in the Lawen River Pajang at that time. The result of Raden Babelan's actions are to drag his father. Sultan Pajang blamed Tumenggung Mayang and ordered his arrest and exile to Semarang. Well, friend, do you know what can we learn from the story? Yes, you're right. Strictly keep your family honor. Whatever you do as a child of your family will impact on your family. As a Japanese quote said, anak pola popo keprada. Hopefully this story is entertaining and give good impact for you. I am Rizky. Bye bye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.